Hello, everybody, especially the freshmen. Welcome to our workshop today with the topic effective strategies for learning. We are here to share with you some useful and effective advice for achieving better results in learning. My name is Đặng Thị Mỹ Nhân, and the second one is Trân Tuyết Nhung. That's Đỗ Phương Oanh, and the last one is Trân Thị Khánh Nhã. And yeah, to begin with me, I'm gonna talk about the first advice is be ready before classes starts. First of all, warmly welcome and congratulations on coming to English department at University of Foreign and Languages after a hard and difficult exam. And now I really understand your confusion, your worries about how to study at university is different from your high school before. Maybe you think that it is still suitable or not. And yeah, I'm know that. To be honest, in my first day at university, I was shocked by different learning at university. You know what? That is the first the first amount of knowledge. I mean, in in high school, you just study one small lesson, but at university, you have to study one chapter or more. So that's a lot of knowledge you have to absorb. And the professor will speak 100% by English, and sometimes deliver the slide as quickly as the flash. And so that's therefore the way of learning that you learned in high school is really no longer suitable. And yes, for me, it is so important to pay attention to be ready and well prepared before class begins. And there is some tip I will give you. The first one, you can review the lectures and notes from previous lesson. Second one, anticipate content of the lesson and mark out what you think will be relevant to the subject. And the last one, you can prepare any relevant document and read them before at home. So that's in my tip. You will hear another helpful tip from Trân Tuyết Nhung, please.
Thank you. My name is Nhung, and I will share with you about learning attitude in class. And I know that first year students will be very confused by the university teaching and learning methods. And this may lead to timidity and lack of confidence when participating in class activity. And besides that, some other students may have a very superficial learning attitude because they don't want to manage your supervise or supervise you in learning. And after the first semesters, there will be some students who realize they cannot stay caught up with the curriculum or don't get the good results. And I am an example when I was a first year student because I was afraid to participate in class activity and afraid to communicate with the teacher and friends. So my public speaking skill and my communication skill is not good, and I often lose focus when study the less interesting or the difficult subject. So in the end, my results are not very good, and those are the things that make me regret now. And so I have some advice for you that may help you avoid this situation. First, you should actively listen to lecture and participate in class activity. Second, you should train your ability to think flexibly and focus. And third is ask question as soon as you have a question, or you may maybe with your friend or teacher. And final practice communication and public speaking skill. And that's the end of my part. The next is Vinh Uyên.
In this part, I will introduce information capture skill. There are 3 points you need to know information capture skill. Firstly, I was shocked to have to arrange my own schedule there because you must register your own timetable by logging into the university credit training system. If you don't have enough credit for the courses required by the university, you will have to retake the course in the next semester. This will make you waste time. Secondly, university announcement will not be transmitted to students by teachers. This means that you will stay informed of university announcement by regularly following the information posted on the university credit training page. Teachers are not responsible for providing you with information about studying at university. Finally, besides studying the main subjects, you will have to register for another language. The part of the university training plan and is mandatory. Therefore, you should learn a second foreign language from the first year of your university program. This will help you to cut down on your academic burden in your final years of study. Next, Thanh Nhan, please. In this part, I will introduce.
Yes, I'm Tanya, and I will present the last criticism. It is set yourself short-term and long-term goals. Students should realize why they have to set goals for themselves right now, and I will give the reason why. First is to complete the request of college quickly and fully. For example, in former students, some subjects is not related to the major, and so they tend to sidestep or procrastinate this subject, and then the result is they has not graduated on time. The second reason is to prepare essential skills for occupation after. For example, like using computer skill, course of tourism, course of teaching, etc. And I have collected some of advice in strategy number 4. Yes, there are 3 useful advice. Number 1 is being confident to ask anyone as your professor, former student. Of course, they have a same measure about anything you feel confused. And the number 2 advice is you have to be serious with your plan. And the last is set goals. They are suitable with your level of your study. It has to be practical. Yes, and it is the whole of our representation. We hope this information could support a certain part of your college times. Thanks for listening.